Yes, there's no doubt Robin Smith booked himself a ticket to India with that excellent innings of 57, and with the way he played up at Headingley too when the side was in trouble. He's looked a thoroughly competent and attractive player in the 2 test matches in which he's taken part so far. 203 for 9 with 5 more runs made up to the close of play after that Robin Smith dismissal. 203 for 9, well, West Indies will be happy with that, and I thought their bowlers did a terrific job today, because this is the best pitch of the series, an absolute belter. There's generally a good one here at the Oval. There was some bounce for the pacemen, there was spin for Roger Harper, Marshall 2 for 62, Ambrose a great job, 20 overs, 6 maidens, 3 for 31 on a really good batting track. Courtney Walsh is injured, has none for 21, Benjamin 1 for 33, Harper 3 for 50, and Carl Hooper bowled just 1 over before lunch, and that was a maiden. Second day's play of the 5th Cornhill Test match at the Oval. Perfect conditions when the players walked out onto the field today, sun beating down, and the prospect of a very, very good batting. 2 to take it up to 205, and that was the situation when Keith Arthurton took a very good catch going away to his left-hand side off Malcolm Marshall. That wicket gave Marshall 34 for the series in these 5 Test matches, and a terrific performance from him. It headed the West Indian bowlers alongside Ambrose, who was thoroughly outstanding, 3 for 31 in 20 overs, and 3 wickets also to Roger Harper, the off-spinner. But Malcolm Marshall, 3 for 64 in 24.3 overs and 3 maidens, and that puts him at the top of the list of West Indian bowlers in a series against anyone. 34 wickets in 5 matches, and previously he'd taken 33 alongside Alfred Valentine, who did the job in 1950 in just 4 matches. That was when West Indies had their great triumph over here. So no joy at all there for England this morning. The pitch looked very good. The West Indian openers for the 108th time were Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes. We join play now in the 7th over. It's 9 for no wicket. Haynes is taking strike. Neil Foster is the bowler from the Vauxhall end.
Oh, beautifully bowled.
There's a lovely delivery here from Neil Foster. Angled in, and it just holds up that little bit. In actual fact, I think that's actually come back a bit. It's gone the other way. I mean, after hitting Desmond Haynes on the arm with the ball that went towards the slip, that has actually come back through the gate a little bit. Fine delivery. There it goes, just in through the gap there. Very unlucky. It's a good piece of bowling by Neil Foster.
Oh, and there's one the other way. Out. Well, if ever a bowler's deserved that wicket, it's Neil Foster. He's bowled well. He's beaten the bat. He's done everything right. And finally, the luck that he's deserved. There was bounce as well as movement away from the bat there, and this is really what caused Richards just a little bit of a problem. Ball's getting to him, well, just above waist height, but fortunately the rebound was where he could see it.
Just keeps on coming, probably just a little bit more than Jack expected, and hits the gloves hard, but no panic. A well-deserved wicket for Neil Foster.
New batsman Carl Hooper. Oh, now that's the sort of form he's looking for.
Fine piece of bowling by Phil de Freitas here. Angled in, just holding up, and Gordon Greenidge just committed to the stroke. Unfortunately there for England, he didn't catch the edge of the bat.
That's out. Poor shot. Greenidge didn't really get in line with that. High up on the bat, and another one for Foster. So exactly what England wanted. West Indies 16 for 2. Greenidge the man out.
A little bit short of this ball. probably a little bit quicker onto Gordon Graves than expected. He's gone for the pull shot. He hasn't really got any power at all into it, and Philip de Freitas has not had to move at all. Exactly what England needed, exactly what the doctor ordered, and England are right back into this game now. One more wicket quickly, and things will be very even. With Viv Richards walking to the wicket.
Great start for Foster and for England. Oh, and that's out. He stood there, but he's got to go. Great short leg catch. My word, now England tails right up. The great man for naught.
Well, Neil Foster having a great spell here, and the ball there into Viv's hip, and looks to me as if it's probably a little bit of inside edge or glove onto the thigh pad, and Tim Curtis stayed down well and caught a good catch. Well-deserved wicket for Neil Foster. Very fine spell this, and who knows what else can happen.
3 wickets in 8 deliveries for Neil Foster. Just look at those for figures. But all credit to Curtis. Had he not stayed down for this catch, down he is, and that's why he caught it. Model piece of short leg fielding. Morning full of drama.
Well, the luck has favoured Gus Logie. That simply flew away off the outside edge and yet wide of the slips. 4 runs. Well, it's gone somewhere. Well, that's an amazing shot. That's 6 runs.
Well, this is an incredible shot. Hit off the back foot on the up and away over cover somewhere for 6 runs. And this is a big ground here. And that really is, I don't think I've ever seen a shot quite like that.
41 for 3 and a change of bowling. That's a very big shout by Pringle, first ball.
Well, that had got to be pretty close. Well, I think Gus Logie's getting the benefit of any doubt there, but not very, very straight.
Well, he's riding his luck. Another one, so 4th 4 for him. 50 up. And that's come off 98 deliveries, so the crowd's certainly not short of entertainment this morning.
This ball pitched right up, and Gus Logie rocked back first, and then nonchalantly hit it over mid-on, 4 runs. Fine attacking shot.
Gooch pushing the backward short leg out in front of the umpire. Logie really has had a pretty exciting series. He came over here fighting for his place. Pretty moderate test record, not averaging 30. He got 20 at Trent Bridge and then followed in with those 2 marvellous innings at Lords, which, as much as anything, helped West Indies win the match. And there's another one. 3 in 1 over.
Neil Foster just dragging this down a little bit and wide of the off stump, and Gus Lodie probably favours that shot as much as Robin Smith does in the England side. Fine shot over the top of it. 4 runs from the moment it left the bat.
Well, that's out. That is out. Gooch the catcher. And West Indies 57 for 4. Well, any thoughts that that might have been the end of Neil Foster's spell? I'm sure have been halted by that.
Yeah, Neil Foster, I mean, cricket's a funny game, isn't it? 1 minute the umpire's signalling 4s and boundaries galore, and then his 4th wicket. Bounced a little bit outside the off stump there, and I shouldn't think Carl Hooper were too impressed with the shot that he played. Well caught it, slipped by Graham Gooch.
I'd have thought he was missing leg stump at that. Not by much, mind you, but just enough. That's a lovely shot. You don't see too many back cuts or late cuts these days on some of the slower pitches on which players are asked to bat. That was a beautiful stroke.
Lovely shot. Fine shot from Jeff DUJON. Overpitched, waited for it, and just punched it through mid-on. 4 runs. Almost 4 runs. Tremendously well fielded by Tim Kings. But a fine shot, just waited for it, pushed it through. Mid-on.
Well, enough width there, and DUJON needed no second invitation. It's a rare loose delivery from Pringle.
Well, these two really are attractive stroke players. Short, a little bit wide, but beautifully executed there. Magnificent shot of the back foot.
Foster it is back now to replace De Freitas. Runs. Three. That's the 100 up. It's come off 196 deliveries. And the second 50 in exactly the same as the first, off 98. That's close as well. Foster gets close into the stumps when he bowls, but again, Palmer, as Bird before him, deciding that leg stump wouldn't have been hit.
Well, certainly Logie getting too far across here. I think probably quite right. That's just missing leg stump. Not a long way away.
And another bowling change, with Pringle having been replaced by David Capel. Wide of the crease, but half volley. Pringle in chase. Those 3 runs brings up the 50 partnership. and a pretty brisk rate of 114 deliveries. That's a handsome shot, really. This is DUJON at his best. Just dismissing the ball away. Hardly any footwork, but great contact.
Yeah, it's a beautiful flow of the bat again, and not a big man, DUJON, but he really gets tremendous power off the back foot there. He's played 2 or 3 shots like this in this innings, and you don't even have to start for a run. They go so quickly to the boundary.
60 this partnership worth. Well, there's another one. Moved into position, and once he spotted the half volley, latched onto it straight away. Well, rare things this summer. We've seen a good spell for England pre-lunch, and now, well, let's all have a drink.
And there's GUS LOGIE, who came in when the West Indies were in all kinds of trouble and attacked the England bowlers from the word go, and has now probably just quietened down and let Jeff DUJON take it up.
That's heartbreaking. .50 to Jeff DUJON.
Lovely ball there from well-deserved wicket for Neil Foster, just outside the off stump. Similar line to what he bowled this morning and had all that success, and GUS LOGIE followed it a little bit out there and gave Graham Gooch a comparatively comfortable catch. Yeah, just outside the off stump, it's bounced a little bit. GUS LOGIE's just gone at it a little bit tentatively, and Graham Gooch said thank you very much.
Roger Harper is the new batsman. That's a good shot. Just races away from the fielders down that slope.
Well, that's close, and that's out. Well bowled, Pringle. The end of Jeffrey DUJON. Fine innings, 110 deliveries for 64. LBW to Pringle. This is the wicket he got. Pitching on, roundabout, just holding up perhaps a touch, and DUJON playing round that front leg. So the new batsman, Malcolm Marshall. John Childs to bowl. That's out. Caught and bowled. Marshall gone for a duck. West Indies 156 for 7.
Fine bit of cricket here, Jack. John Childs has bowled a magnificent line there to Malcolm Marshall. He pushed his mid-off back, and he'd invited Malcolm to try and hit it through the onside, and he tries to whip that towards mid-on, and probably got a bit of a 3/4 leading edge, and very well caught by John Childs. A fine wicket, a good cricket wicket.
Roger Harper to take strike. Not as intended, and Harper looking for 2, taking Foster on. There's trouble here, should be. Well, what a mix-up. What a mix-up. And there really wasn't too much controlled cricket at any part of that from the batsman, the thrower, the bowler, anybody. But the right result for England. Harper it is who's run out. That's a big blow for West Indies.
I think the man that deserves most credit here is Derek Pringle for his quick thinking. As the ball goes down to third man, Neil Foster's very quickly into it, gets the right thing, gets rid of the ball quickly. Jack Richards can't gather, which is a bonus for England. Now, David Cable should really have just lobbed it to Derek Pringle there, but he went for the stumps. Derek Pringle dislodged the bails, but then had the quick thinking to pull out the stump with the ball in his hand. So in the end, Derek Pringle tidying up what could have been a very embarrassing moment for the England team.
Just to have one more look at that, because one of these confusing little incidents which Pringle getting the ball, the bails are off, he needs the stump out, he needs to get it out with the hand that's got the ball. Difficult decision to give. Oh, that's bowled in. Above a Yorker, full toss. 168 for 9. What a session for England. Yes, well up. Full toss when it passed Benjamin.
That might be out. Oh, what a lovely catch. Not an easy catch at all by Philip de Freitas, but he judged it beautifully. If he'd actually left the ground at the wrong split second, that ball would have popped straight over his head. So the final wicket falls to Derek Pringle. Congratulations for Philip de Freitas. Courtney Walsh it is who goes. He's out for 5. And West Indies are 183 all out. Yeah, what a marvellous day's cricket. And England achieved some sort of parity with West Indies for the first time in the series. And how the full house of spectators here has enjoyed it.
And they had every right to enjoy it too. It was a great performance from the England bowlers and the fielders as well. Everyone looked very sharp in the field. 183 all out, and the top score there, DUJON, 64, and an excellent partnership again with GUS Logie. Bowling figures for England, outstanding performance from Neil Foster. Once again, 5 wickets in a test match innings for him, 16 overs, 5 for 64, 3 to Pringle, who did a great job for Graham Gooch, 1 to John Childs, and the Essex men had a hand in every dismissal, Pringle being mixed up in the run-out also. England 22 runs ahead when they began their second innings, and we pick up play now after they'd increased that by 25. They lead by 47 as Curtly Ambrose comes in to bowl to Graham Gooch. A shot for 4.
Well, a funny shot, but it was effective. Got into position for a full-blooded pull. Got tucked up. Got away with it, and that brings up the 50. Oh, that must be close, and that's out. Well, Curtis caught on the back foot. And disappointing for him again, but double figures, done something of the job of the opener. Then nailed LBW by Malcolm Marshall for 15 and England 50 for 1.
Yes, I think you find the bat's coming right across again here. He gets across in a position to play. Then look where that bat goes again. That really is coming from second slip towards mid-wicket. And I think if Tim Curtis could just watch himself a little bit on television, he could probably just straighten that up a bit. Certainly throughout this 2 matches he's been playing, he's been caught many times that bat coming really across the line.
It's going to be Winston Benjamin from the pavilion end. Beautiful ball. Benjamin has been moving the ball away from Rob Bailey, and that one came back quite sharply in the air and then kept on going off the seam. Beautifully bowled.
Yes, a good full length and just squeezing it through there between bat and pad. I think if Graham Gooch will be looking for a night watchman, there'll be one or two of those lower order men disappearing out of the dressing room at the moment, but probably somebody like Neil Foster plays the quickest pretty well. He'd probably be the choice. Robin Smith, the new batsman, just coming to the wicket.
Beautifully bowled again. They're really getting stuck into it out there now.
Well, that's not a bad delivery to get away with on your first delivery. It pitched on a goodish length, went away off the pitch, and Smith definitely played at it. But fortune was on his side.
That was an even better one because Smith played it in more calm fashion than on the first occasion.
Yes, a brilliant delivery again, going out off the pitch again, and Viv Richards at step there, clapping his hands in applause and really geeing his bowlers up again at the moment. He'd like to go on with a 4-0, say it's not a 3-1.
Oh, must be out. Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. Thoroughly beaten by excellent bowling. 2 leg cutters and then that in-ducker. And now England in real strife again.
Well, there have not been many better overs bowled through the series than this one from Winston Benjamin. Did barely through the gate, 2 magnificent leg cutters. And Smith thinking that was going to do the same. It didn't, it just kept on going into him. Playing no shot. I don't think the umpire had any option but to give him out there. But a magnificent over there by Winston Benjamin.
It certainly was a great spell of bowling from Winston Benjamin. England finishing up at 64 for 3 after. Neil Foster came in as night watchman and 9 more runs were added after that Robin Smith dismissal. 64 for 3 with Gooch on 38, and the bowling figures just 3 men used. Marshall 1 wicket and Benjamin 2. And at the close of play on the second evening of this Cornhill Test match, the situation is that England are 86 runs ahead and they have 7 wickets in hand.